frequently asked questions by a guy who like carries like he carries a stack of like pictures with him all the
Yeah.
time.
Just
And
in
like,
case?
yeah, it's crazy. I'm actually read you this guy's thing because it was interesting to me. The way that he talked about it. Here's one of the questions. This is from a frequently asked questions on Autograph University.
Okay.
And the question is, which hotel does blank insert sports team stay at in which city? And he goes, this is by far the most frequently asked questions I receive. Hotel info is gold, and no one should be surprised why it's so closely guarded. I can understand the frustration of collectors who get stonewalled when trying to get intel, but you have to understand the perspective of those informed graphers, which that's kind of
oh my God, yeah.
who have put in work. Here's what I'll say, and I promise this is the only question which I'll skirt around. Hotel info tends to pass by word of mouth, and the best way to connect with other graphers is to be active out there in the field and build relationships. I've rarely run into someone who is unwilling to share a bit of info once they see me putting the time in and open to reciprocating. Teams
and when he says putting the time in, he means like standing outside of a place for several hours, waiting for someone to show up.
I know the hotel that hockey teams stay at when they come here.
Yeah, and same here in Vancouver. It's the one where like I think it's called Sutton Place downtown, and it's where like all the celebrities stay.
It's the Hilton downtown here, and when hockey season's going on and I'm walking down the street, I see the actual autograph guys standing outside. Like,
does he probably see the big bus outside too? Like, there's all these. It's like he's saying it like it's like really like hotly guarded information, but like it's literally just like look up like maybe the most expensive hotel in your city or like second most expensive hotel, and just like go there when there's a team is in town and look for the bus. Like that's all you have to do.
Yeah, and you're right. It's the most expensive hotel in town, basically. That's, I mean, maybe, like second. It's the Hilton here.
Yeah, like there'll be like boutique hotels that might be more expensive, but like it's the most expensive like big hotel probably, right?
Yeah, and I think the weirdest thing about it when I saw, because I walk every day, and like I walk downtown and I walk where a hotel is, and like when the people are waiting out for autographs, there's no fucking kids, dude. There's not a single fucking kid standing out there. There's not really anybody under like 30.
No, I think I feel like the kids will wait at the actual game itself because they're just like, well, they're going to be here like after the game. So they'll wait outside the stadium maybe. Or they'll be like, you'll see them like with hockey, at least, like there's like the tunnel, like the entrance tunnel, right? And they'll be like leaning over asking people to sign stuff. But like I also feel like as an athlete, like if a kid asks you to sign something, you're gonna do it. But if like a 40-year-old guy asks you and he's gonna try and sell it, like why would you do it?
You see videos of that all the time, and I'm back finally from dealing with all of that. It was really, the contractor is so nice and everything, but they got stuck, and then they were behind schedule, and it's really I just want to say to everybody, it's really hard because I moved into this apartment. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, I don't know if I've mentioned it explicitly on this podcast, but I moved into this apartment. They did not disclose to me that they were going to start building a restaurant 1 week after I moved in directly below me. And so it is unlivable. And the noise is unfucking bearable.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe that. It was so loud.
Sound, you guys
heard it.
So that sound is constant throughout the day in my apartment.
Well, John's dealing with that too right now, right? Because they're like tearing off the entire like front of his apartment, and it's so loud.
Man, it is. So anyways, we wouldn't have moved in here had we known that, because I, of course, work from home and I record things like this. And
during the day, too.
During the daytime. And so it has not been great. And I apologize to everyone. But yeah, I was just going to say, you see videos where the people are turning down autograph because they're like, they know I've seen you before.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's another thing. Like, I recognize you, you're a fucking, you're a classic guy.
Yeah, you're not gonna go like put this in like a display case at home. Like, no, you're gonna try and like sell this on eBay.
Right. The reading these frequently asked questions, like the kind of I'll read this one. The way these people act. One of the questions is, why do current celebrities / athletes have such lousy signing habits? Where it's like, motherfucker, like what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I suppose maybe it's just things are a little different. They're like, I feel like celebrities are so much more accessible. I don't know. Wouldn't that make it easier to get autographs though? I don't know.
Yeah, he says the commercialization of autographs, the greed of dealers and collectors who supplement their income, pay for hobby by eBaying items. It's all the same to the celeb, and the volume of requests that celebs get hit with are all affecting signing habits. The best thing you can do is be a courteous fan and show them there are still appreciative collectors out there. Which, pretty good answer. The question though was like, felt so entitled to me. Like,
yeah,
what do you mean signing habits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that does make sense. So they're probably just getting inundated with requests all the time nowadays compared to before. So it just must get a little bit exhausting if you're a huge celebrity.
Well, I'm going to teach you guys some little autograph vocabulary, and that is TTM. And
TTM.
TTM.
Can we guess what that stands? This is an
autograph
thing.
It is autograph related.
Takes time.
Tries
too much.
Something too much might be good, right? Talks too much, but that wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Like, I don't think we're gonna get it. It was one of those ones where it's like it felt like we were gonna be able to get it, but then immediately we started doing it, it was like, no, we're
nowhere near this. Yeah,
you will feel like, oh God, I should have got it through the mail.
I wouldn't have ever gotten that.
So that's like sending stuff to like someone's like agent or manager or something, and then it gets signed and sent back to you.
That's snail.
So mail. Impersonal though.
Snail mail. That's called snail mail.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by, like, I think to be an autograph guy, you fucking look at the top 20 most famous people in the world and send them an index card in the mail. That is a twisted fucking thing to do, especially if you don't give a fuck about any of them. Like, it feels, if the autograph guy is so disconnected from the act of, like,
but see, it's not a fan thing. That's what you're not. The fandom is in the autograph. It is like a bird watcher. The rare. That's why they're saying, like, the person who's like, oh, this person lives way out there, and they rarely come out. That's the same as just like a bird watcher. This bird is so rare, and it never. That's what they're interested in. They don't care how famous the bird is. They're like, oh man, I'm gonna go take a picture of an eagle. Oh wow, this is the most famous bird.
wait. I would say eagle. I think eagle is most
most famous bird.
What is the most famous bird? Eagle is very famous.
No, vultures.
Eagle over vulture for sure. I mean, pigeon.
A pigeon's very famous as well. I mean, obviously, some people are saying Tweety Bird, Big Bird, things like that. But no, we're talking about a type
an ostrich. I honestly think eagle might be the one.
Penguin, but my point is that's not the most exciting one to see.
No, because you see it all the time.
Because it's famous doesn't make it good. It's all about seeking it out and finding the rarities, Bryan.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this other question on our frequently asked questions was one I found interesting, and that is, my man, I have all the respect for you, but can you keep this website to a minimum? All these new people come out for graphs and it fucks up my damn business. Keep the autograph business to those of us that know what we're doing, not some schmuck with a computer that can Google how to get an autograph. All these idiots show up at hotels and nobody signs anymore because there are 75 of them out there waving around their cards in 8x10. So that was more of a comment than a question.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the question was there.
There was no inflection at the end where it sounded like a question.
No. Yeah. But yeah, that sort of just feels like he's a little bit sour grapes. But are they really acting that much different than him, or is it just that there's now more people?
He's just mad that there's more people doing it. I think that's all it is. He's doing what does he mean? Like, that is what he just described what he's doing.
Yeah, what does he do? Does he not wave his 8x10? I guess he probably comes up and he probably says respect. He probably knows what you're
professional to professional, know, like,
hey, listen, hey, Robert De Niro, Bobby, like he's like recognizes him, he's just like, yeah. Oh, hey, what's going on, Dimitri? Like, he's like a well-known autographer. I mean, some of them are like that. I think, like I said, I think they actually get treated poorly by the celebrities, maybe because they know they're just trying to profit off of them.
And they should. It's like I said, I think the only person, and maybe this is me being a dick, maybe some autograph guy will listen, the only people who should be getting autographs are kids. And they're not selling them. It's like when I see 5 45-year-old men standing outside of a hotel, I'm just like, come on, man. Like, can't this be like an activity you do with your kid or something like that?
Oh, they don't have children, I don't think.
Probably.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are barren, but a lot of them are childless. But I mean, I'm thinking about it. I guess there are. So I'm thinking about Jim Norton, and I don't know if you were going to bring Jim Norton up,
Oh, yeah.
Bryan. Okay. But I was thinking about him, and he
We'd love to
likes
talk
autographs.
Greaseman too if we have some time.
No. This is related to autographs,
Okay,
Stefan.
okay.
I'm not just bringing him up.
We can get some Greaseman in later.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, Jim Norton. Well, we don't have to. We've been doing it a lot on guys, probably more than necessary. But Jim Norton likes getting his picture taken, likes getting the autographs and stuff, and he is not selling them. He is a grown man who is going and doing it all the time, but he is just putting them up in his house. I guess those people do exist as well, but that seems like an even more bizarre guy.
It is.
It's weirder, but like better at least, right? Because it's just that purely is like a hobby thing.
I don't know if I was just thinking about it a little bit, and I just thought, why shouldn't? Who's losing out that these guys are profiting off of the celebrities' autographs? Sign a couple autographs for the people so they can turn a profit on it in this fucking economy.
It's just annoying more than anything.
Yeah,
if I'm like a guy, I said this to Stefan when you were gone, but like when we would go on tour, like people would ask for our signatures on posters and shit, and we do it, and then people that don't know us would fucking also come up and say, "Who are you?" And, like, I'm fucking nobody. And they would ask for your signature too, and I think that shit is so weird. It doesn't actually make any sense to me.
Those people, I think, just understand the like idea of it, and they're like maybe a little bit drunk, and they're like, "Hey, this is a thing that you do when you really like somebody."
It's
or
an
whatever.
Opportunity here. I don't know who this person is, but if someone else does,
and I can also let them know that like you did such a good job that I want your autograph. Like that's sort of the way I see it too. You know, that you were like did such a good job performing. Was this after the show, Bryan, that they asked for your autograph?
Yeah, it would be.
Oh God.
Yeah, when I go out
video.
Yeah, get excited, everybody. I would smoke outside during shows, or not during them. I had to actually be on stage during them.
Good lord. Yeah, people are paying for the show. Brian's outside smoking.
Hey, can you guys hold on? I gotta grab a smoke. Like in the middle of the show with the microphone in my hand. No, I'd be out there smoking, and like, you know, you sell 200 tickets, you got 200 fucking fans. And like in New York, we're selling like 500 tickets and shit.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people there that like you and find posters, and they want your autograph, so you fucking sign it, even though it's going to be worthless.
I mean, that's cool that you went outside after your show, though, and like interacted with the fans, because I did a weekend blocked party live show weekend with Stefan, who's on the show here. And I went outside to interact with all the nice people who traveled from a long way away. Yeah. But Stefan was like, "No, I'm going to stay out in the green room and big time it."
I waited until everyone left.
He waited until they all left, and he didn't interact with any of them at all. Right. And some of them came. One of them came from, I'm not joking, Australia or something.
Yeah. I mean, but that's Stefan's a special kind of guy. It's called a green room guy.
Exactly.
And he's very excited.
He's in
to have one.
Like he's in a green room right now. He's literally sitting in a green room.
But he's excited to have a green room. And by the way, I was too. I was always excited to have a green room.
Yeah.
But you know, most of them are kind of depressing. And
this one was pretty depressing.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of, the whole backstage area was kind of nice.
It was, but I mean, like for the green room itself was like, it was tiny,
and it was tiny, and it was a lot of it was filled up with my costumes that I had to wear for my live show. So yeah, that sort of took up a lot of the space.
Bryan, have you been watching? Because I can see down there in the recommendations, and when it has the red line at the bottom, it means you've watched it. Have you been watching Ken Golden stuff?
Yes,
that guy is insane. That guy's got a lot, because he has the whole auction, golden auctions or whatever, right?
Yeah. I've watched a lot of, this is almost all like guys related stuff, really, because it's got sports memorabilia. Then we got a Hot Ones, which I read some reviews of,
right, for the hot stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
some very funny reviews of Hot Ones.
Great episode, by the way.
Yeah, it's so funny for me. I still, for some reason, can't get it out of my head, the guy that thought that they gave celebrities fake hot sauce. Like,
when I heard you talking about that, I was like, I was kind of with Weiger. I was like, that does sort of make sense. I could sort of see it.
No way.